Hello, and welcome back to Gary Walters N-Scale Update number 18. I'm Big G, your host, and welcome to Big G's Railroad Channel. Let's go ahead and jump on over. Hello, and welcome back to the update. As you can see, the golden spike has not moved very far from the last update. I have been able to get quite a bit of work done in the last several months, even though I have went back to work full time, and I'm actually doing quite a bit of overtime. So the work that I've done on the rails this time has literally been on the rails. As you can see, the track in the back where the engines are and the coal hoppers, that track is not painted, but the track in the foreground, the yard lead here, has been painted. As you can also see, there is a throw rod on the first turnout right there, leading into the yard. That one has been hooked up with the tortoise machines. I have 8 more in the yard that I need to do, mainly on this yard ladder here, and then also the turnouts that are going into the engine facility back here, where the CSX engine going in is. All of those turnouts still need to be hooked up. I do have the holes drilled, ready to go, but the tracks have been painted back there, as throughout the whole yard. And I actually started laying a little bit of ballast in the area. I've got some up underneath the containers here. I went and did a little test sample on the ballasting, like the way that turned out, and was planning on doing a lot more, but as I said, being at work and working quite a bit of overtime, I've not had a whole lot of time in the layout room, but I was able, like I said, to get all the rails painted pretty much throughout the yard except for what's going into the car shops back there. Still have that to do. Not very much there. Still have to do the tortoise machines back there. But as you can see, I've been busy over here laying the ballast. And we have quite a bit of ballast over here. I still have to get this glued in. Been working on getting it on all the rails and down through here. But I have a very long section of ballast already done and painted. Just need to get the glue put in, and then we'll be good to go here. But I like the way it's turning out. As you can see, the yard tracks themselves are going to be the rust color, and then I've got the grimy black painted down onto the rails for the main line back there. And it's very neat when you go in and you see it without any cars in the yard, because what will happen is 2 main lines, you'll be able to see them really well because they're that black grimy, and then you've got rust color on both sides of them. So as the layout will be running and operating, you'll be able to really see where the main lines are, so that you'll know where not to foul the tracks up at when the trains are actually running pretty smoothly. But that is mainly most of the work that I've done this month. Now I did take and wanted to try to get away from the blue foam up on top up here. So I painted the brown down onto the actual tops here. Got the brown here. And then my fascia, I went ahead and right about here, all that was wood color on the last update. So from here all the way over to the other side of the layout room, I've painted the black fascia. So that's definitely helped out. Painted my shelf right there where the DB150 is. Still need to take it out, trim down underneath a little bit, because I've got a couple of tortoise machines that I'm going to have to install that are going to require that to be cut down. But the whole fascia over here has all been painted all the way down to that corner. And then I went ahead and went up underneath Big G's Railroad or Big G's food factory over there. Got it going all the way around on this peninsula. And it goes all the way around onto the edge over there on the other side. Here's what it looks like from this side. Gives a nice presentation as all of the fascia is black. I went ahead and did a black on the temporary foam tower that I've got here. This will be removed and you'll go in with the actual bridge towers here. They'll be up underneath. Still haven't worked too much on the bridge scene. Planning on doing that maybe. I'm hoping to maybe start on that mid-January to late January or early February. Planning on starting that scene. I've still got to take and lower the table down just a little bit. As you can see, the bridge is a little bit taller than what the actual track is. So that means that this will actually go down a little bit more, which will be fine with me. But my main focus is I want to try to get all the yard work, all the yard scenery, I should say, completed. Mainly the ballasting. As I've said before, the ballasting is not my favorite part, but what I would love to do is get all of this glued down and then continue around. And then as we get over here to where these bottles are, have all of that ballasted in. And then I can focus in on just placing these buildings back here. Get these buildings set where they're going to go. Do the interior details on them at a later date along with the lighting and details. But I would like by mid-January, if I can possibly do it, or even by say February, have the ballast work completed from here all the way around the curve and coming into the bridge over here, having this road come across and do all the scenery work here and all the scenery work here. And then that way, by hopefully February, we can have all of this scenic, which this all is right here, and then have it go on around all the way down and have the scenery stop somewhere over here by the bottles. And then that will give me from there on over and have all of this to work on scenery. I would like to do a run session before too long, mainly after I get the rest of the tortoise machines hooked in for the yard work. Like I said, I've got 8 more there, the tortoises to install and wire up and put them to toggle switches. As you can see, I do have the one toggle panel here. I have another one that I'm planning that I have over here, but it's not hooked up. I'm going to have one right over in here on the other side of the peninsula. And then I'm planning on having one at the end of the yard as well with toggle switches that will control the 30 plus switches that I have for the peninsula all the way over to where the bottles are. All of those will be on those panels, switches working electronically. That way I can flip the toggle switch and the tortoise machine will switch it without having to worry about climbing under the layout and making sure I'm grabbing the right tortoise to switch it that way. Once that happens, like I said, I would like to do maybe a run session to make sure everything's running good. I've been testing the cars out as I'm ballasting, but just make sure all the track work is doing good and do that run session. Maybe set up a little yard scene with some cars already being delivered. Once they're delivered, then having them actually go out onto the layout and switch into the coal mine and D&G hardware and into KMW chemicals. I'm hoping for all that to happen pretty soon, but like I said, this month, or this layout update, we had the fascia painted, had the ballast laid down for the yard for some of it. It's not completed yet, still got to get glued in, but that has been quite a bit of work, as well as painting the rails in the yard. Little projects that make a big focus once it's completed. Not a huge update, but I will see you guys soon, and hopefully next time I'll have maybe some rock faces and stuff put in. I also want to take a moment and hope that Art with RC DVD and Hobby, that you get to feeling better. Hope you watch the video. He is down and out. He has had a heart surgery, so please keep him in your prayers and thoughts during the holiday season, as he's had his shop closed down for the month of December and some of November. We hope to see you soon, Art, and thank you for everything that you do. Hope you have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see all you guys soon. Thank you to all my new subscribers, still looking at that 500 count. We're getting closer day by day. Thank you for the 18 new subscribers I've had in the last 15 or 16 days. We're up over the 450 mark. Hoping to get up to 500 soon so that we can have that subscription contest. And after that, we will set our sights on 1,000. Thank you so much, and see you guys next time. Bye.